I'm trying my best to keep up with these, so let's talk about July and how I did on my goals. Hey guys, it's me, Kay, and you've arrived at my weird little corner of the internet. Welcome. If you're new here, I'm a part-time reseller mostly on Poshmark and eBay, though I do sell locally at an antique mall and on other online platforms such as Depop, Mercari, and Facebook Marketplace. And today we are talking about goals. And yes, I realize it is already September and we're talking about July, but it does take me some time to compile all of these because I have to wait until like the mid-month to gather all of the numbers for my reselling business. So I have 15 goals that we're going to talk about today in 3 different categories. Those are business, personal, and financial, and I always start with the business just in case you guys want to hop off this video because you don't care about the rest of them. So here we go. The first goal in the business category is to earn $30,000 from side hustles. This is a carryover goal from 2023 that I did not hit. Honestly, don't think I'm going to hit it this year either because it's not going so well, but it's also partially, well, mostly my fault for not committing enough time to it. But in any case, as of the end of July, I had $14,085.39, up $944.58 from the previous month, which means July was my worst month that I've had in a while. And I'm still not even halfway to my goal with only a few months left in the year. So there's that. Next is to hit 2,500 subs here on YouTube. I completed that a few months ago and I'm so excited to have so many more people here on my channel to hang out and chat with. I really love interacting with you guys and replying back to comments. That's something that I have always loved to do on my channel. And I ended the month of July with 3,299 of you, up 214 from the previous month. So thank you to each and every one of you. Then is to sell $5,000 on Mercari. Mercari, I hadn't really been very consistent on, like, at all. And I started using Vendu at the beginning of this year, and it's really helped me to kind of expand into that market. This is a very lofty goal for me, I think, but it's something to strive towards. And as of the end of July, I was at $1,661.83, up $254 from June. Then we have thrift at the bins 15 times. I had 12 on last year's list and I hit that once a month basically. So I wanted to add a few more in there, and so far I've done 7 as of July. And so I definitely need to add a few more in there. So we'll see. Winter is coming, so I might have a little bit more time provided that we don't get a lot of snow, which we haven't gotten too much in the last few years, but we'll see how that goes. Then to reach 10,000 followers on Instagram, and I'll be honest with you, I do not care about this goal. I hit 10,000 followers and then some on TikTok, and I actually make money from that platform, whereas if I had 10K followers on Instagram, I still wouldn't be making a dime unless they invited me back into the Reels bonus program. So I don't care about this goal, to be honest, but since it's on there, I ended July with 7,948, up a whole 32 from the previous month, and that's gone down since then, so we love that for me. Moving on to the personal is to get my half bathroom fixed. There was an electrical issue in there, so I had reached out to some electricians and they gave me quotes that were absolutely astronomical just to come out and diagnose the problem. So I went to YouTube instead and looked up some videos and tutorials on how to kind of diagnose and potentially fix it myself. And I did it myself, so I saved myself like $500 and it's completed, so yay. Then we have read 52 books. I blew that goal out of the water. I'm gonna tell you everything that I read in the month of July, but I ended July with 71. Up 10 from the previous month, so I read a 10 in July, and here's what I read once I can scroll down on my Goodreads and get to the first book, because I've read a bit since then. One moment, please. Okay, so I read Next to You by Hannah Bonham Young, Reckless by Lauren Roberts, Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas, Funny Feelings by Tara DeWitt, Pucking Around by Emily Rath, Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez, Swift and Saddled by Lila Sage, Throttled by Lauren Asher, Funny Story by Emily Henry, and Flock by Kate Stewart. So those are the 10 that I read in July. And I'm definitely gonna hit over 100 this year, and I'm so excited for it. Then we have achieve 10,000 minutes on the Peloton app, that is all inclusive, whether that's gym, outdoor workouts, meditations, the whole nine. I am definitely way behind on this, but I am trying to kind of compensate for that. So by the end of July, I was still only at 3,114, up 242 minutes from the previous month. That's not gonna get me there, but we will see what happens with that. Then bring back monthly game nights. This is just something fun for all of us to sit down and just play a game. So we have been doing that. I'm not like super OCD about tracking them, but we do get one in at least every month. Then to visit 2 new countries. July we went to Spain, we went to Barcelona. There's a very, very quick little short here on my channel if you wanna go and look for that. But I didn't really vlog too much on that trip. It was still a little bit chaotic and stressful, traveling internationally with my daughter who has diabetes. So it's still like a learning curve for us. We're only about a year in, and so we've only gone on 2 international trips since then. So we still have some stuff to kind of adjust and figure out to make traveling a little bit easier. But we had a good time in Spain. We went for like 5 days, and yeah, so I got 1 country out of the way, and I have a cruise coming up in November, and I'll get a couple more on that one. So we will discuss when we get there. And that's it for personal. So moving on to financial, the first of which is to invest 10% of my side hustle income. I started this a few years ago. Last year I did 20%, but I was in a better monetary place or financial place at that point. And I have a few other things that I want to allocate money to, so I brought that back down to 10%, and I do that around the same time, the middle of the month, when I have all of my final numbers from like my antique booth and stuff. I just deposit that money and then I forget about it. Next is to make 2 extra mortgage payments. This is something I started when I bought my home 4 years ago, and it just helps me to have more money available to me if and when I go to sell this place and maybe move into something bigger or whatever. And I made my first one in June, on June 25th, and I'll make the second one probably in Q4. That's usually how I do it, so that I can space it out a little bit, because I mean, it is an expense to, you know, take out of my bank account and put into my home. So next is to reduce my car loan to $10,000. I am nowhere near close yet. I don't know if I will hit this one. I may try to do like a lump sum payment at the end of the year to get myself close or to this goal, but we will see how that plays out. But as of July, I was down to $21,223.53, about $356 down from June. Next is to have $5,000 saved in an emergency fund. I use this at the beginning of every year. Something always inevitably comes up because I am a single parent and a homeowner, and you know, things happen, life happens. So I like to have a chunk of change available to me in case shit happens. So I have $3,223.93 in that account, up $507 from the previous month. So I'm pretty confident that I will hit that, even though we only have a few more months left in the year. And then the last goal is to complete a no spend month. And no, I have not done this yet. I'm going to try. I don't quite know if I will do it. I will definitely get like a week or 2 in, and I am trying to, sorry for the noise, I am trying to kind of get like Target gift cards and Amazon points saved up so that I can still feed my reading addiction and buy books during a no spend month, because I won't be technically spending any money out of pocket, but we will see how it goes. And as I always say in all 7 now of these videos that I've done this year, this does have the caveat that it does not apply to my business or my child. I just won't be able to buy anything that is not a necessity for myself during this no spend period. So those are my 15 goals for 2024. I'm doing okay in some, less okay in others, but that's just the name of the game when it comes to goal setting and achievement of those goals. So it's fine with me. I just like to have something, you know, kind of set and concrete that I can go off of and keep myself accountable. So let me know how you guys are doing on your goals. If you set some for yourself this year, I love to see that and love to help motivate you if I can in any way. And other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it at any point, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out here on YouTube to know what type of content you enjoy seeing from me. And as always, if you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you here in my weird little family on the internet, and I hope to see you next time. Bye guys.